summed it up quite nicely. The ability to think straight at the right moment.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and it's an interesting approach he's got, Alex, isn't it, to the shootout? He's just goes at it right from the off. He's not frightened to go for his shot, just thinking he's got to hit a cushion, Michael. First thing to think of here, hit a cushion. It's the sort of shot could go wrong. Oh, it would have done if he'd clipped that yellow, I think, half ball. But yeah, absolutely, Alex Ursenbacher, not one you want to draw. You never know what you're going to get from him. Yeah, but you know what you're going to get with Rory is good safety. Good hard match snooker. Michael White, yeah, he's amateur in status only. I mean, how he's not been on the tour for the last 3 seasons is, or what was it, 2.5 seasons, a bit of a mystery. A class act, this little fella, as we know. Great shot. One of those you almost deserve a decent full ball kiss in the green, having knocked that red in.
One of those very natural players, isn't he, Michael White, who,
5.
when he's playing well, makes the game look easy. And he loves to get on with it too, so
6.
the shootout certainly suits his style, and that's why he's been so successful in it in the past. Came through against Mark King in his opening match. And of course Rory McLeod got the better of the former World and Masters champion Stuart Bingham.
Michael White, 30.
Oh, bonus time for Rory. There's Michael with the trophy.
A shootout roll of honour. Remember, no one has ever won this tournament twice. Michael Holt, runner-up 2 years ago and champion 12 months ago. Zhao Guodong's
seems quite satisfied with that leave. Sorry, Phil.
No, just saying, Zhao Guodong, of course, has been in the final on a couple of occasions as well, but tough enough to win this once, Alan, never mind twice.
Yeah, Rory just not going his way right now. And again that's the sort of safety mistake that you would never make in a regular tour match. You just don't get time. Now, this is brave playing it this way. That is, well, I don't know, there's a fine line between bravery and maybe recklessness. That it wasn't reckless, but the way he played it, it was a bit of a gamble. You know, sometimes you've got to, with those shots, especially in this, just make sure the pot, play it with a bit of pace and guarantee the pot almost, and whatever happens after that. See, at this pace, you're relying on all sorts of things. Table fitters, your own action, nerves. Gone wrong.
McLeod has made a couple of round of 16s at the shootout, most recently 2 years ago. Got his place back on the tour via Q School, beating Paul Davison in the all-important deciding match.
60.
Now he's going to have to get this cue ball working to get it out of there. Ah, brilliant. That is a great shot. Deserves to be nice on the pink. Unfortunately for him, he's not. And would you believe it? The red's come and covered the yellow. Not easy, this green. The yellow there just a bit too tight, especially with the rest.
Yeah, the now familiar scramble for the rest, but he negotiated that hurdle well. Wow, what a place to end up. What a place to end up.
Yeah. Just thinking the same thing of all the places to land. How can you land there?
Rory McLeod 20.
Yeah, this red now, it looks pretty straightforward on screen, but it's thinner than it appears. Is Michael interested? Nope. Well, he is. Oh, it was thin. It was thin.
Oh, would you believe it? He's seen the cue ball fly off the table, empowering that red in. And Michael White, who would have been feeling pretty forlorn just a few seconds ago, is suddenly gifted a golden chance.
Yeah, and look, I mean, it's difficult to be critical of a player in this shootout business, but it's not like he was really snookered. You know, he could have played it at a medium pace. I mean, he's bouncing the cue ball into the red. He could have played it certainly just a little medium pace, and there's no way that could have happened.
No.
Well, it's a great opportunity for the former champ now. He's got his nose in front. And the opportunity to add quite a few more as well as we head into the last third of this match.
60.
Rory counting the cost of the foul.
$70.
But a reprieve for McLeod this time as the black eludes Michael White.
Yeah, I mean, just on the 3-minute barrier, I was just thinking, I don't know whether it was the last 2 or 3 minutes, maybe we should start calling it the twitching zone. But that's what that was, that black. My goodness, he would have known, if he pots the black, the game's done. Oh, and Rory's not plum either. He's okay, but this isn't plum. Not the way you want it to be. Yeah, well played. Well controlled.
9.
Well, this has been a real seesaw battle, full of twists and turns. Both players seemingly in the ascendancy, only to give the chance back to their opponent is McLeod as he draws level now, with just over 2 minutes to go. Going to make this pay. No, he isn't. The red stays out. Welcome to Shredsville.
Rory McLeod 14.
Yeah, downtown Shredsville is back in business. Gee, both of them have been at it. Oh, that's well played. That's good character to knock that in, especially after what had gone before. Now, what do? Is it worth taking one on in this position when he's got the match half won already? No.
Any kind of lead, so important at this late stage of the match. But it is just the 1 point.
Okay, what's he got here? He's got to guarantee a safety. The red by the yellow is dangerous to leave for Michael. So he's got to do something with it. Yeah, I think he'll actually just park it on the cushion. He's not even going to play the pot. Good shot. Very prudent shot to play under the circumstance. Rory has got this and probably one more shot in this match to find a pot.
And to avoid an agonising loss by the smallest margin possible.
What the shot is here, just touch the red full ball, dead weight. Just touch it full ball, dead weight, and Rory's got no shot. Oh, I don't know about that. See, he's left a pot here. If this goes in, we've got a blue ball shootout, possibly. If he just touches a red full ball there, double kiss it, Rory can't do a thing.
10, 9.
But that had to go. That was the chance for Rory McLeod to set up.
4, 3,
Sudden death on the blue.
2, 1.
But in the event, it's Michael White who has just about come through. 97 world champion Ken Doherty, hot-footing it from his nerve-shredding victory over Mitchell Mann, joins us in the commentary box. Ken, that got very interesting at the end.
It was, wasn't it? It was probably one of the lowest scoring frames in the history of the shootout, but I'm delighted to get through just by the odd 3 points. It was fantastic.
Very nearly a fluke at the end from your opponent, and the pink, which was all he needed, was waiting.
I know, if that red went in, it would have been absolutely devastating. And I thought it was going in. It was just the pace, wasn't it? But it's still, it's not good for the L ticker out there, Phil, that's for sure, when that clock is ticking.
Well, we were talking you up. We were talking about how brilliantly, you can handle the pressure of a situation. You know your way around a table perhaps better than anyone else in the game. And then, of course, you come up with a miscue.
yeah. I didn't write that into the script. I thought, oh, my God, what a time to miscue as well. I thought that was it. It was all over. But it's amazing the strangest things that can happen out there. You get so many thoughts going through your mind, about different shots to play.
You look as though you're really enjoying it, though, out there.
Yeah, it's good fun, though. I love it. I must say, I do love it. I really do. And I'm glued to it every day watching it. It's fantastic. It's great to see how the boys are going to perform. It's amazing how I see Harvey now. How he's coped very well. I watched him beat Jamie Clark last night. He looked like he's an old pro, like out there. Not phased at all in the slightest.
It's that ability, Ken, isn't it, to embrace this opportunity, because it can be intimidating. Even though there's no crowd this year, all of the players, yourself included, have said you still feel just as nervous out there, conscious of the shot clock, and some players just seem that little bit better at handling it than others.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, when the clock sort of ticks down, then that's when you sort of get at your most nervous. I mean, the first 15 seconds, it's not too bad. You have really ample time, but it's only when you're in a confusing sort of spot with the cue ball and what shot you're going to play, then it does take a few seconds to work out. But when the clock starts ticking, that's when you start twitching.
You'd have seen a fair bit, I would imagine, of Louis Heathcote. He's from Leicester, which, as we know, has been a hotbed of snooker talent for decades now. What have you made of him? Because to me, he looks like a real player in the making.
Yeah, I like him. I think he's got good all-round game, good long putter, break builder. He's got through in that Pro Series, didn't he? Finished second in the group to Sean. I was in that group and I had a chance to see him firsthand playing him, and I thought he was very, very impressive. Yeah, of course he had that great win, as you said, over Ali Carter in the World Championships and Rookie of the Year last year. But yeah, he's got a full all-round package, and expecting sort of big things from this season, to get a few more results.
Yeah, and that's the point, isn't it? I mean, whether or not you agree with the concept of the shootout being a ranking event, for someone like Louis, who's currently 70 in the world coming into this, I mean, the points on offer here are so important. When you think about the first prize of 50,000, when you're in that section of the ranking list, I mean, that is huge.
Oh, absolutely, and of course, it moves you up the ranking. It's not only the 50,000. You get into the champion of champions, and it takes a lot of pressure off these players for sure. Prize money wise, and it's a great opportunity this for all the players, and I think that's why you can see how much it means to them all. I mean, it's supposed to be, it is a ranking event, but the prize, and what it brings, what it gives you. The extra bonuses is definitely well worth winning. That was an excellent red, wasn't it? And it's a bit of a stretch for the pink, but
Green ball.
Because he's got that 16-point lead, he's going to try and keep a bit of pressure on his opponent, Louis Heathcote, and it's not a bad idea, that.
Sean Harvey.
Yeah, we've seen a few clean kills in the shootout so far, but more often than not, the frames have been fairly cagey. They've gone down to the wire, and it's not how many you score, is it? It's just being 1 point ahead or better than your opponent when that gong sounds. That's all that matters.
I know. And I saw that last match as well, of course, with Michael White and Rory McLeod. Just a 1 point separating them. I mean, there's only 3 points separating them in my game. And, he's just made a little error there. That's one red he didn't want to clip over the bottom right-hand corner pocket. It's not going to be straightforward to get on a colour here. But he's left Louis Heathcote slight chance. He's got to avoid the pink here with the cue ball. Yeah, see, once you hit the pink, you're in no man's land, and now he's in a little bit of Barney Rubble, as they would say. He's got to play the black. Make sure he hits the cushion. Otherwise, it'll be a foul. So that 15-point lead. Okay, we go into the second half of the match now. And now the 10-second shot clock comes into operation. So that 15-point lead, the way the balls are situated, if Sean Harvey can keep that black tied up, it's quite considerable. And it's amazing saying that. A 15-point lead in a frame is quite considerable, but it is.
Yeah, it's one thing when the balls are out in the open, the high-value colours are easily accessible, then it doesn't feel so significant. But when things are a little bit scrappy, then that lead can feel rather bigger than it actually is.
Yeah. What Sean has to do here is just make sure he doesn't leave a red like over a corner pocket. Just like that. No. Well, has he got the block on the red? Is he on this? He's having a good look. Oh, I think it's blocked. I don't think he can pot that. But yeah, he's got to keep Louis under a little bit of pressure. He'll try and open up the reds here with the black and try and force his opponent into trying to give him some sort of a chance. But at the moment, I think Sean Harvey's done really, really well here. He's played some clever snooker. Taking his time as well, running, making sure he uses up all that 10 seconds.
And the other danger, Ken, when you're behind is that you panic because you feel like, you know, you're desperate to make up that deficit and you're conscious of the fact that your shot time is limited, and it's that ability to stay calm even if you are behind in a circumstance like this when there's actually still plenty of time to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that is the key, is to keep that composure. Now he could play a little sort of containing safety shot here, trying off the side cushion and maybe nestle onto this red that's close to this bottom corner pocket. He's not going to play that, but this could go wrong. Oh, he's found the gap. And what a gap that was. There's still 3 minutes left, so as you were saying, don't panic here. No need to panic for Louis Heathcote. He's still got plenty of time. It's a big target, that brown and yellow up there. If you can try and get the cue ball somewhere behind there, a little flick off the brown, I'd be happy. Ooh. Very close, wasn't it? Now this is where you might have to play that containing safety shot, or can he get through for a little gap here? Oh, there's a bonus. That was a fluke, really, because he didn't even look at the pot there. And if he's on the yellow, well, that could be. He's not on the yellow, but he's got to be careful. Probably better off playing the brown here, or even the pink into the right centre. He's got to make sure he hits the cushion here. Yeah. This is very nervy. You can feel the tension. It's almost palpable, isn't it?
This match, this format is tough enough when you've only got 10 seconds, but earlier on Liang Wenbo had about 3 because there was a malfunction. Goodness me, in goes a red though. That could change things. Hand held up in apology. We've had a few flukes.
Hit and hoper there. Yeah, I go back to when he could have played the brown instead of playing the yellow, and it could cost him here. I mean, what a fluke. That is so unlucky.
And this is where having such a modest
got plenty
lead.
Of time as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's got plenty of time here. Pink is open as well, so one good positional shot here.
Green ball, thank you.
Okay, so it's not straightforward, this. You may have to use the rest. Well, you can just about stretch. Needs this red to go in, though. Oh, he played it well. Played it very well. He's nicely on the black. And that could be curtains. And what a fluke. And I feel really sorry for Sean Harvey here. He played the perfect game. Just that shot on the yellow when he could have played the green. He could have played the brown. White behind the yellow. Gave him a sort of a look at the reds, and now the fluke. Well, you can never legislate for that. That's so unlucky.
You need a bit of luck in this format for sure. Michael Holt, remember, is coming up next against Matthew Stevens. Very nearly went out at the first hurdle last year. Amin Amiri forgot the rules and dribbled up to the black twice, forgetting that he needed to hit a cushion, and the rest is history.
25.
Well, important could that fluke be for Louis Heathcote? Going through into the next round, and what he can do maybe after that. What a way to finish.
Thanks very much for joining us, Ken. Good luck in the next round.
Thanks, mate.
The black doesn't matter for Louis Heathcote. Yes, he got a big slice of luck with the fluke, but it's all part of the fun and games that is.